Hello, people of the internet. It is I, Gabriel890, back again with another video. So, last video we did my Nintendo DS collection. So, of course, we're moving on to the Nintendo 3DS. But I'm talking more specifically about the new Nintendo 3DS XL. Just had to make sure that I got every single word in there for this phenomenal handheld that I have enjoyed dozens and dozens, if not hundreds of hours playing. So yeah, the 3DS XL. I wasn't sure what to make of the 3DS effect initially, but then after seeing it for myself, it's actually pretty cool and quite immersive. Especially if you toggle it off and then toggle it on, you're like, okay, I want this on for sure. But yeah, 3DS XL had a lot of fun with this one. That's because the games, of course. So let's get to the games. So I had a big bundle I got where I got a 3DS XL and a bunch of DS games and 3DS games. And so I hung on to a couple of the 3DS and DS games that I wanted. One of which was Tamagotchi Life, a very fun, unique, crazy game. Nothing like it really. So yeah, $5.55 in that bundle. And then we got Metal Gear Solid Snake Eater 3D. Definitely was not expecting this port, but pretty sweet actually. Visuals are top notch and a phenomenal game. So I actually got this in a bundle on eBay. This and Spirit Tracks and Super Mario 3D Land. And so it broke down that I paid $6.66 each. And I was quite happy to do so. Alright, and then this is a pawn shop find that I was quite excited about. Castlevania Lords of Shadow, Mirror of Fate. Able to grab this for $12.76. And the 3D effect on this is actually really cool. And obviously it's Castlevania, so that doesn't hurt. Okay, then we got Resident Evil Revelations. Originally on the 3DS, and then ported to the Wii U, 360, PS3, PS4, Xbox One, just about every system. But kind of goes back to the roots a bit with the Resident Evil series. It does play in chapters, but yeah, you're on a boat, and it's a pretty cool story. But one interesting thing with the 3DS version is, I don't know if it was just the first print run or what, but initially they spelled Revelations wrong on the spine. So I thought that was kind of a cool little story. And so anyways, I grabbed this at GameStop for $18.75. All right, then we got Xenoblade Chronicles 3D. This was one where they're like, hey, you gotta have the new 3DS to play. So I grabbed this one for $33.38. And yeah, I have not opened it. And I never will. Okay, next, Chibi Robo Ziplash. Not exactly the Chibi Robo that everyone was hoping for, because it's more of a platformer, but it's still got that quirky humor. And this one actually came with Chibi Robo amiibo, which I really like. So I grabbed this one for $21. Okay, then we got Animal Crossing New Leaf. Kind of the ultimate Animal Crossing. It's got everything. And this one I was able to grab for $13.40. Gotta love Animal Crossing. Okay, and then this one surprised me a little bit. Now, I love me some Mario Golf, and I definitely played quite a bit of Toadstool Tour on the GameCube with my friends. But that game was not without its faults, and glitches, and bugs. Um, but I knew I wanted to get this one after I played the demo, actually. And so I grabbed this one for $15.62. And it's solid, and the 3D looks awesome on this, and they have some really cool courses. The only downside is there is some extra content that is locked behind a paywall. So yeah, that's the only downside, but a very fun game. Okay, then we got Super Mario Maker 3DS. only makes sense to put the Mario Maker series on the 3DS. And I grabbed this one for $33.07. And I kept it sealed because one day I'm gonna get it graded and sell it for a couple million. Okay, then we got Mario Kart 7. Actually picked up on a Black Friday deal at Target for $15.65. Whoa! Boy, that was crazy. Okay, then we got Hey Pikmin. I think this was on a one-day deal for $25.51. And at the time, it was pretty solid. Like, it hadn't been out too long. So I got it. And it's sat on my shelf ever since. I do like Pikmin, so I did play the demo. So I have tried it a little, right? Okay, Super Smash Bros. For Nintendo 3DS. I feel like this title was a little more imaginative than the Wii U version. Not by much, though. But still, definitely a fun game. I actually got back into Super Smash Bros. Because of this slash the Wii U version. Had a couple of friends that we'd play. But this one I bought off of Craigslist, and it was kind of funny. The guy I met, like, he was just a funny guy. Very nice, very talkative. But he had, like, gone to a garage sale, and apparently this poor kid was being punished for whatever reason. So they were selling all his games, and they were selling them all for $5. And so he bought a whole bunch of them. And so he sold this one for $12. And that was really solid at the time. I think it's still probably a pretty good price. But it was just funny that he's telling me that story. he was just excited to get them all for $5. And you're just like, man, that would be rough. Like, that kid must have done something pretty bad. Or his parents are crazy. Who knows? All right, and this is actually a pretty recent pickup. Kid Icarus Uprising. I actually have this digitally. Got it for free with my Club Nintendo points back in the day before it was shut down, unfortunately. But I always wanted a physical copy. And so anyways, this finally popped up for 25, and I said, hey, would you do 20? And the guy said yes. And so I went and picked it up for $20. All right, then we got Star Fox 64 3D. This was actually quite hard to find initially and was pretty expensive. And so I got it as part of that bundle I was telling you about. So I got it for $5.55, but it was cartridge only, unfortunately. But I was able to find the case and all the inserts on eBay for about $10. So anyways, $15 for a complete copy. Not too bad. Alright, then we got Luigi's Mansion Dark Moon, which I was late to Luigi's Mansion. I didn't play it until probably about 2-3 years ago. But when I did, I thoroughly enjoyed it, and so I was quite excited to finally be able to play the sequel that I already owned at that point. And this one is solid. It's definitely got the Luigi's Mansion quirks and features, as one would say. But they made this one to be on the go. So rather than just exploring a mansion like in the first one, there's like mini levels slash missions so that you can kind of more easily save your progress. So I kind of do like that aspect of it for on the go, but it was just different. So that one I got for $34.02. And then I picked up the port of Luigi's Mansion for $25.34. And I have not opened it. I probably should. Maybe when I'm ready to play Luigi's Mansion again, I'll play that one. Okay, then we got New Super Mario Bros. 2. Got this on Black Friday for $15.65. And I have not opened it. I don't know why. Alright, and then this is the third game I got in that bundle on eBay. Super Mario 3D Land. That I had a lot of fun with this. I'll usually play the Mario platformers here and there, But I'm more about the big 3D open worlds like the, Odyssey, Sunshine, Super Mario 64, those classics. But I took this with me on a trip, actually, and I had so much fun playing this. Like, this was just a blast. So yeah, $16.66. Okay, up next we got Poochie and Yoshi's Woolly World. So I think it's kind of cool that they did a port of the Wii U version, but then added on the Poochie aspect. So yeah, I love the art style and the music in these games. And so I think it was on clearance or on sale because I got it for $21.08, and this one came with the Poochie amiibo, which is actually quite sought after. And so I'm glad I got it when I did. All right, then we got Hyrule Warriors Legends. Kind of a mouthful, but a solid game. This one I kind of bought on a whim. $34.02. Gotta love Hyrule Warriors. Kind of like a Dynasty Warriors, but Zelda. All right, and then this is another different Zelda. We got Triforce Heroes, which you kind of play little mini missions, and you go around and cause all sorts of trouble. And it's a different kind of Zelda, but it is fun, and like the humor is definitely there with this one, with the whole fashion and all that jazz. So, anyways, I grabbed this one for $26.27. All right, then we got The Legend of Zelda: A Link Between Worlds, which is one of my all-time favorite games. Like, this is such a good game. Really blew me away, and I especially love the ending to this game. Like, just so perfect. A phenomenal way to remaster slash reimagine A Link to the Past from the Super Nintendo. But this one I actually traded the Pokemon Y I got with my 3DS towards, and I was able to just do a straight across trade at GameStop. It was crazy. But yeah, love this game. Replayed it recently actually, and it's one of my all time favorites. And the same can be said for Majora's Mask 3D. Because this launched with the new 3DS XL, and I believe you have to have the new 3DS XL to play this one, or at least it enhances it in some way. They say, could be wrong, but either way, phenomenal remake. Because they didn't, change anything drastically. They just kind of made a few changes here and there that I felt like made the game flow a bit better and work a bit better. And then they didn't drastically change the graphical style either, which is something that I love about those games. They just kind of smoothed the edges, down a little bit, not as pointy, and added a bit more trees and grass and all that stuff. But yeah, anyways, pick this up day one, $41. And then I was actually able to grab the Skull Kid statue on eBay by itself later. Because unfortunately, the bundle of this with it sold out immediately. You couldn't get it anywhere. But yeah, okay. And then, of course, you gotta have Ocarina of Time 3D. This was kind of the big reason to get a 3DS when it first dropped. And for good reason, because all the things I said about Majora's Mask are basically true with this one, Just kind of did some nice upgrades and just smoothed it out a little bit, but it's still just the same phenomenal game. Which it's tough. I don't know if I have a favorite game of all time, but this is definitely one of them, and for good reason. All right, now finishing us off for the 3DS, another phenomenal game, Metroid: Samus Returns. So a remake slash reimagining of Metroid 2. And this game is just friggin' sweet. I had so much fun playing this, and it just blew me away. Just every aspect of it, like the atmosphere, of course, because it's Metroid, and the music is phenomenal as always. Now I remember I was disappointed because the collector's edition sold out at Best Buy, and I had the Gamers Club unlocked at that point, and so I always bought my games from there to get my discount. And so I was like, well, it's sold out. There's nothing I can do about it. So I went to GameStop, and they're like, yeah, we still have copies available for pre-order. It's like, okay, well, I'll do that. And so I'm looking around, and it just so happened to be my birthday. So my cousin calls me up randomly just to wish me happy birthday. And I think he heard, people in the background. He's like, hey, where are you at? And I was like, oh, I'm at GameStop. He's like, oh, I'm driving right by, I'm driving by right now. I'll come say hi. So he comes in, and we're just chatting. And he's like, okay, well, it's your birthday, dude, so pick out a game. And so I picked out a game, and then I was like, oh, I'm going to pre-order a game as well, so I'll do that separately. And he's like, nah, dude, I got you. So anyways, it was only $5, but I remember I was pretty excited because it felt like I was still getting my discount in a way. Plus, this one came with a Samus keychain. So, probably the best birthday I ever had. It was a good one, though. But yeah, so anyways, in the end, I was able to grab this one for $48.16. And man, I'm glad I did. I highly recommend this game for sure. So yeah, that's gonna wrap up the 3DS. Definitely a worthy successor to the DS. Tell me, what are some of your favorite 3DS games? What are some cool finds you had in the wild? But yeah, thanks for sticking around and watching, and as always, have a good one.